Ever felt black and blue? Or like you're living the life of Riley? Today, we're jumping into 17 fun and expressive idioms that will take your conversations to the next level and make your English sound more natural and relatable. So, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be throwing these phrases into your conversations like a pro. Life of Riley. This idiom describes someone living in comfort and luxury without much effort or worry. It suggests an easy, carefree lifestyle where everything is provided for. For example, after winning the lottery, he's been living the life of Riley: fancy cars, luxury vacations, and no stress.
Sounds like you're living the life of Riley. Sounds like you're living the life of Riley.
Life of Riley, huh?
Mostly, though, we got along fine and stayed in love.
Life of Riley, huh?
Mostly, though, we got along fine and stayed in love.
Turn the other cheek. This idiom means to not retaliate when someone wrongs you. It's perfect for situations where forgiveness or letting go is the stronger move. Often used in moral or peaceful contexts, it suggests a calm response to conflict. For example, even though his coworkers spread rumors about him, he turned the other cheek and focused on his work. Want to show someone has decided to avoid revenge? This idiom works like a charm.
Like our Savior, you gotta have the guts to turn the other cheek. Like our Savior, you gotta have the guts to turn the other cheek.
What about turning the other cheek? What about turning the other cheek?
True blue. When someone is reliable and steadfast, we say they're true blue. It's about loyalty and sticking to your values, or someone who can always be counted on. It comes from the idea of something being pure and untarnished. For example, she's true blue. No matter what happens, she'll stand by her friends.
I mean, he's a true blue kid. I mean, he's a true blue kid.
It's a true blue friend. It's a true blue friend.
Out of one's element. This idiom describes someone who is either thriving in a comfortable situation or struggling in unfamiliar territory. If someone is in their element, they're right at home. If they're out of their element, they feel lost. For example, he was out of his element when asked to lead a cooking class, but in his element when discussing coding. It's a great way to capture how someone performs in different situations.
Last time he was in his element. Last time he was in his element.
Jackson seems to be out of his element and just can't keep up with the leaders. Jackson seems...
Lose one's temper. When someone suddenly becomes very angry, they've lost their temper. It suggests that they're no longer in control of their emotions and have exploded in frustration. He lost his temper when he realized his project had been deleted from the server. This is a perfect idiom to describe those moments when someone's anger boils over.
You have no reason to lose your temper. You have no reason to lose your temper.
He wasn't a man who showed fear, and I believe Tony could lose his temper quickly. He wasn't a man who showed fear, and I believe Tony could lose his temper quickly.
Get it in the neck. This idiom is often used when someone is punished or blamed, sometimes unfairly. It suggests a rough consequence is coming, whether deserved or not. For example, she got it in the neck for the team's mistake, even though it wasn't her fault. Want to express that someone has faced harsh criticism or punishment? This idiom packs a punch.
It's the innocents who get it in the neck. It's the innocents who get it in the neck.
Don't forget, if one of us fouls up, we all get it in the neck. Don't forget, if one of us fouls up, we all get it in the neck.
Flat broke. When you're completely out of money, you're flat broke. This idiom is a colorful way to describe being penniless, often in a casual or humorous context. For example, I'd love to join you on the trip, but I'm flat broke this month.
He's flat broke, obviously hungry. He's flat broke, obviously hungry.
Ben just said that Coach P was flat broke. Ben just said that Coach P was flat broke.
Fish out of water. Feeling awkward or out of place. This idiom perfectly describes when someone is uncomfortable in a situation because it's unfamiliar. It evokes the image of a fish floundering outside its natural habitat and is a great metaphor for being in a situation where you don't belong. I felt like a fish out of water at the fancy gala, not knowing anyone there.
A pirate in love is like a fish out of water. A pirate in love is like a fish out of water.
You sure are a fish out of water down here. You sure are a fish out of water down here.
Like water off a duck's back. This idiom is used to describe how criticism or negativity doesn't affect someone at all. Like water rolling off a duck's feathers, the criticism just slides off without leaving a mark. For example, no matter how much they insult her, it's like water off a duck's back. She doesn't let it bother her.
They can be very hurtful to people. Not to me, it's like water for a duck's back. They can be very hurtful to people. Not to me, it's like water for a duck's back.
I shall just ignore these slanders. Just like water off a duck's back. I shall just ignore these slanders. Just like water off a duck's back.
The lion's share. Want to talk about getting the biggest portion of something? This idiom is used when someone takes or receives the largest or most important part. It originates from fables where the lion, as king, claims the biggest share. For example, the CEO took the lion's share of the credit, even though the team did all the hard work. Use this to describe an unfair or dominant division of something valuable.
There's talk we could possibly join forces, take the lion's share of New York City. There's talk we could possibly join forces, take the lion's share of New York City.
I want you to know that we all give you the lion's share of credit around here. I want you to know that we all give you the lion's share of credit around here.
11th hour. If something happens at the 11th hour, it happens at the very last minute, just before it's too late. This idiom captures the stress or excitement of last-minute action. For example, they submitted the project at the 11th hour, barely making the deadline. Perfect for talking about those down-to-the-wire moments.
He called me at the 11th hour. He called me at the 11th hour.
Two of the recruits dropped out in the 11th hour. Two of the recruits dropped out in the 11th hour.
Black and blue. The idiom black and blue describes someone who's been physically or emotionally hurt, often leaving them feeling beaten down. It's like when you have bruises after a fall, but it can also be about emotional bruises after a tough situation. For example, after the argument with her best friend, she felt black and blue, emotionally drained from all the harsh words. This idiom is perfect for describing both physical pain and those times when life just knocks you down, whether it's a tough day or a difficult experience.
She'd come back black and blue, would she? She'd come back black and blue, would she?
What's black and blue and dead all over? What's black and blue and dead all over?
All kidding aside, this idiom is often used to shift from a humorous conversation to something more serious. After joking around, it signals that what follows is meant to be taken seriously. For example, all kidding aside, you really should see a doctor about that cough. It's great for adding a touch of seriousness after light-hearted banter.
All kidding aside, Gloria, would you care to dance? All kidding aside, Gloria, would you care to dance?
But all kidding aside, happy birthday, Joey. But all kidding aside, happy birthday, Joey.
Get up on the wrong side of the bed. If someone is in a bad mood for no clear reason, they've gotten up on the wrong side of the bed. This idiom humorously suggests that a bad day started with waking up in the wrong way. So, it's a light-hearted way to explain someone's crankiness. For example, she's been snapping at everyone all morning. She must have gotten up on the wrong side of the bed.
It's like they all got up on the wrong side of the bed. It's like they all got up on the wrong side of the bed.
You get up on the wrong side of the bed this morning? You get up on the wrong side of the bed this morning?
heart to heart. This idiom refers to a sincere and open conversation, usually about personal feelings or important topics. It implies an intimate and honest dialogue between two people. For example, after weeks of avoiding the issue, they finally had a heart-to-heart and resolved their differences.
When Daniel and I took over the firm, we had a heart-to-heart. When Daniel and I took over the firm, we had a heart-to-heart.
No offense, but I'm not really up for a heart-to-heart. No offense, but I'm not really up for a heart-to-heart.
Gravy train. If someone is making easy money with little effort, they're said to be riding the gravy train. This idiom often implies that the situation is unfair or that the person isn't earning their rewards. For example, he's been on the gravy train since landing that cushy government job.
Boy, am I going to enjoy seeing your face when everybody in town's riding the gravy train and you're not. Boy, am I going to enjoy seeing your face when everybody in town's riding the gravy train and you're not.
No more gravy train.
That's what makes me so angry.
No more gravy train.
That's what makes me so angry.
Beside the point. Want to talk about something irrelevant? This idiom is used when something has nothing to do with the topic at hand, a distraction in the conversation. It helps you focus on what matters. For example, sure, you don't like the color of the car, but that's beside the point. We're talking about its performance. Use this when you want to steer the conversation back to the main issue.
My own feelings are beside the point. My own feelings are beside the point.
The point is that this is beside the point.
The point is that this is beside the point.
Now you've got 17 awesome idioms in your pocket, ready to impress. So next time you're feeling like a fish out of water, or someone gets it in the neck, you'll know exactly what to say. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss another video. Drop your favorite idiom in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.